Part 3 of our video tutorials will focus on how to actually use Dropbox as a collaborative tool. As a distance student, you'll have time when you're working on group projects with other online students and need to share or collaborate on files. Doing so is rarely as easy and straightforward as it ought to be, but with Dropbox, you can configure a collaborative shared file space that removes most of the hassle from the equation. It's simple to set up and could save you a ton of time. Here's how to do it. Why Dropbox is great for collaboration. When you work on group projects with other distance students, you'll often need to share files. Whether it's a word processing document, presentation, website mockup, or maybe even a music project, you'll need to pass along your project to other distance students for their input, contribution, or use. The problem with making everyone provide access to their personal computer for everyone else's access is that it's hard to maintain and doesn't work well when sharing a particular file with multiple people. Also, setting up access to each group member's computer requires lots of hard work and technical expertise, not to mention tacking hours onto your group project, which could be used to get the project itself done. Using Dropbox eliminates the two dilemmas of online collaboration we just mentioned. Here's why Dropbox is an effective online collaboration tool. As soon as one group member adds a file to the shared Dropbox, the file is automatically synced to each group's member computers. Group members can either access the files by installing Dropbox and logging in using a username and password for the shared Dropbox account, or that account could be shared with them as a folder. Group members have access to the shared Dropbox via the internet. That would be Dropbox.com, of course. So they can access files easily from any computer should they need to work on the go. Backup becomes irrelevant because the shared Dropbox files will be on at least two computers and they'll be synced up to the cloud. This gives the group at least two local copies and one offsite copy of every single file in the Dropbox. The more group members syncing up with the shared Dropbox, the greater the chance that the world will have to end in order for your data to be completely eradicated. Regardless of the geographic location, Dropbox will stay in sync so long as you have a connection to the internet. For online students who are working remotely, this is enormously beneficial. Dropbox saves versions of your files, so if a group member accidentally deletes a file, you can generally restore it easily through the website. Now that you know how to Now that you know how effective Dropbox is as a collaboration tool, let's take a look at putting together a shared Dropbox that'll enable a more efficient and productive group. Signing up and setup of a Dropbox account. To get started with a collaborative Dropbox account, you may want an independent account for the shared Dropbox. You may be thinking to yourself, why not just create a folder in my existing Dropbox and share it with my other group members? This approach can work if the rest of your group members have a Dropbox account as well, but if they don't and don't want their own personal account, your other group members can simply use the ones you've created. You should also consider that other group members may have a free Dropbox account that can only hold so much data, and adding a shared folder could put them over their storage allotment. Additionally, if the shared account has primary ownership over the shared folder, and you and your fellow group members won't have to worry about transferring ownership after the project is over. Dropbox does allow for the transfer of ownership of shared folders, but keep in mind if the owner's shared folder is ever deleted, it's easy for the shared folder to be accidentally deleted within the other group member's Dropbox as well. Leaving ownership with the shared account completely eliminates this concern. Once you've signed up for a Dropbox account for your group project, create a root folder in the account and share that with yourself and your fellow group members who already have a Dropbox account. Provide everyone in your group with usernames and passwords to the independent Dropbox account so they can install Dropbox. Use that account if they do not want an account of their own, or simply want to log in online to view files, restore them, or share access with another group member down the road.